Welcome to J-Loop. Whose voice is that? Hi.
Good morning.
You were late.
I was. I'm sorry.
So we're going to have a short episode today, everybody, because Jesse DeGrappa tells me that he didn't know what happened and that he was running late, which was really confusing. So what happened?
I feel like I've been getting good rest, but I guess not, because when I woke up this morning, I was just awake for a minute, and then I all of a sudden opened my eyes again, and it was like 9:15. And I knew it was fucked too, because I immediately grabbed my phone and panicked and woke up, and jumped out of bed, pulled clothes on, shoved my computer in my backpack, dunked my head under the faucet, and ran out the door. Oh, yeah. Had to get gas.
I just feel like it's a little bit suspicious when someone says they don't know what happened. Maybe just say, I fell back asleep, Jackie.
Yeah, I totally did. I just don't know how that happened. It was the strangest thing ever. It was like a
I only got
traveled.
half the information, Jesse. I don't know what happened. I fell back asleep. So, okay. Sometimes on this podcast, you will notice our communication styles are different.
Good morning.
And you will notice that our age is different, maybe. One's not better than the other. It's just observations. Okay. Happy Tuesday. So this is going to be really short. This is going to be a quick little Babylon.
Yeah.
Babylon. You had some questions for me today,
Really
Jesse.
short episode today. Well, not all of them were for today. I just have been starting to write down questions that and I either think of or I'll be with somebody, and randomly they'll ask me a question and shit. So,
okay.
One of my favorite ones, actually, I was going to do a conspiracy one.
Okay.
But I think I want to start with, because the conspiracy one we could talk about for an hour.
Okay.
So I think the first one we'll do is if you were to diagnose yourself in some way.
Yeah.
Like mentally or whatever, right?
Okay.
How would you diagnose yourself?
And it's strictly personality wise, we're talking mental illness.
Yeah, this is a psychological.
Oh, okay, psychological. Because I was gonna say inflammation, but I do get that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you have a gimp foot,
inflammation.
but I feel like anybody could look at you and say, you know what I mean, or something like that. It's oh, look, I have psoriasis. Great.
Right. You're oh, your face looks chubbier today, Jackie. It's fine. Collagen pills.
Yes.
All right. So, well, I think many of us do, but I definitely think I have forms of ADHD. I mean, that's the reason we're able to do this podcast. Or HD, no. I would say I have ADD.
Okay.
I feel like it works to my advantage, though, because that's how I'm able to I'm able to shift from one conversation to the next.
Yeah.
And keep up with it. Whenever my clients are sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm oh, my brain
You're great. I filed all of it.
Yeah, I know. I'm it's all right there. I understood everything you said. It's all in its separate forms. We can shift. And I actually like that because I think it makes me a flexible person. My daughter actually wrote that on my Mother's Day card.
Wow, Mom, thanks for being flexible.
She said, I love that you're flexible. And I didn't know, because I do yoga, I didn't know if she meant physically.
Right.
And she was no, you're a flexible person. She's you can go with the flow. And I thought that was that's actually a superpower.
I mean, well, to be fair, I don't have kids, but I feel like my response would have been yeah, we'll have kids one day and then see how much you can be rigid.
I think that a lot of people are, though. I work with them on let's release that, because I really, really recommend figuring out a way to just let shit go once you have kids.
Yeah.
And every preconceived notion that you once had, you might be able to get away with for like their first 3 years of life.
Uh-huh.
And then...
Because they like can't walk.
They can.
Like,
They actually can. But you can kind of be like, okay, I want them to like eat these certain foods and do this certain stuff. And then it gets to a point, I think, where it's going to create like a weirdish human that isn't going to be able to be flexible if we stay so rigid in like what they eat, what they drink, what time they go to bed. Da, da, da. Like, I am not here to be their controlled master.
Right.
I'm like here to walk alongside them and be like, whoa, who are you? Mm-hmm. I don't want them to be like little me's. I want them to be them.
Yeah.
And I think the only way that their like spirit is able to shine and you're able to see who your child actually is if you let go of the control.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
So that was my long way of telling you what my mental illness is. And
it worked out pretty well.
And you witnessed it. I really just went all over the place in my response to you.
Is that the only one?
That's my biggest one.
Biggest
is that
one?
that I yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Me, I think some form of like mania. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, maybe the ADHD thing. I don't know. The problem with like saying that is I hear so many people say that. Well, that bugs me. Everybody says, and you don't hang out with a lot of people that are like 25, I assume. But
what are you talking about? I'm 25.
Yeah, you like hang with the older crowd. You're cool, you know. You're like the freshman that hangs out with the seniors.
Oh my gosh, I did do
like
that.
Too cool for us. Yeah, right? Exactly.
I actually did do that, though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Shit doesn't change like overnight.
You're right. Okay, all right. I like old people.
But yeah, like mania. Like I have like longer periods where I'm freaking stoked all the time, you know? And then I'll have like 2 or 3 days after like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Or something like that. Mm-hmm. But like 2 or 3 days where I just like don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to eat food. I don't want to like shower. Or...
This sounds like manic depressive.
But wouldn't it be the other way around? Like not... Because wouldn't depressive be I have the 2 weeks of like shit and then I have 3 days of like absolute power?
Isn't that what you're telling me?
No, it's the opposite. Like I have way more fun generally. And then I hit that short, slow period where I like hate everything.
I'm not a doctor, but I do not think that the patterning of it is what diagnoses
It's just
that.
still depressive.
I think manic depressive.
Okay.
Is where it's like, psh.
Okay.
Do you think weather? Oh, that's another one for me. The weather greatly affects my mood.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me too much.
Yeah, when the weather changes, I'm like...
Well, especially now that it's like spring,
curmudgeon.
it's like, how could you not be stoked?
Right. But then it was like snowing.
Yeah, that was pretty
like
fucky.
4 inches the other day. And I was like...
Something like that. Oh my God, too. When that was going on, I was wondering what you were going through. Because down in the valley, it was still pretty fucked. Like and that's where my mood changes. It's not like it changes like my day, you know? It just like, I just get mad.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
like
angry.
It physically, but think about it. We're living entity. Think about how it changes the trees and the plants and the weather.
Right. Yeah,
of course
totally.
It's going to change us. Like, I don't know why this is such a phenomenon that people are like, I don't know. I don't think it... Well, I guess you just said that I wasn't making fun of you.
Well, no,
but like some people are like, it doesn't affect me. And I'm like, it affects everybody.
Right. But I mean, like, I don't think it changes like my mood per se, as it just makes me mad. Miss Nico?
I'm raising my hand right now in case you're listening and not watching.
Question?
No, I know what else we have to talk about.
Statement.
The Northern Lights.
Oh,
Come
the aurora
on.
borealis?
Yes.
I didn't see him.
Oh.
I think it was fake news.
It wasn't fake news. I saw them.
Okay, the first night, maybe not, but the second night, because they were like, go back outside. Were you on Saturday night or Friday night?
Saturday.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, maybe it's because your elevation's high. Where were you? You saw them from here?
Yeah, I was right over. I was actually really close to where we are right now. I was like across the street over that way. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I went out on the salt flats kind of.
Oh.
I went to the edge of the salt flats, and I was there till like 12:30 on Saturday night.
And nothing.
Nothing.
Interesting.
And then I had somebody from New York text me and said they were like basically like, don't be like too disheartened if you don't see them, because I've heard that a lot of people have pictures of them because if you put like a certain setting on your phone, then you can see them with your phone.
Yes.
And then
that is true.
So
Did you try taking pictures?
No, because I don't fucking operate like that.
Okay.
And then that was mixed with on Sunday morning. My mom, obviously it was Mother's Day. My mom lives like 10 miles north of the Grand Tetons. Mm-hmm. Which is obviously like 350 miles north of here, plus another like 3,500 feet of elevation change. Mm-hmm. And so, and she's the type of person where like, if she sees a fucking deer in the yard, like she snaps a picture of it. She sends a picture of the Tetons like every morning from her porch or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then it's like the information of like the phone settings thing. And then the next morning, mom's all like in the group chat and we're all talking about Mother's Day and like how much we love her, but nothing about the Northern Lights. So like, and she's always usually in tune
with what's going
the
on.
Radio about,
well, I will say,
so I was like, maybe it's kind of less phenomenal than people are making it seem like on like social media and stuff.
Well, this is the other thing. My favorite meme that I saw about it this week was somebody was like, it was one thing to have FOMO for the eclipse, but it's another thing. But it's another thing to have FOMO for the Northern Lights, because you're seeing all these posts and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Why did I not see this? How was I not involved? So
that's why I went out Saturday and I was really trying not to think about that.
Yeah. So my experience, I saw them right before it went dark. So it was like really pink.
Okay.
And I kept telling the person I was with, she's like, this is the sunset. I'm like, this is not the sunset. They were like moving and I'm like, no, these are the lights. But the weird thing was when it went dark, I couldn't see anything.
Okay. So there we go.
But it wasn't because it was completely different. It was like moving in a pattern and it was all like really, really pink.
No. Yeah. Now I'm not saying it was a sunset, but by the time I got out there after work, it was dark.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends where you are. Congratulations to everybody. Write in. Let us know your experience with the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
We want to know. I know what else we have to talk about.
Okay.
Because I did get a couple of responses.
Well, you kind of have to leave right now.
All right. Well, what time is it?
10:35.
Is it really? That's so sad. All right. I'm going to give us 5 more minutes.
Okay.
So I did have a couple of people write in about last week's experience, yes, on dating.
What? Did they text you or what?
Yeah, they wrote me on Instagram. So
like your personal Instagram?
Yeah.
What?
I reposted our J-Loop on Instagram. Yeah, and they were saying that it was a little somewhere a little bit vague, but they were saying sometimes one that caught me, and this is like a whole nother topic we could get into, is being set up.
Okay, nice.
And like, how awkward is it when like you're set up by really good friends and they're like, this person's going to be amazing for you. Like this is it. And then you get there and you're like, do my friends not know me? Like what? What?
Yeah.
Like what? So that was this person's experience that she was just like, what? Actually, I got 2 write-ins about being set up.
Oh my God.
But this is the one that
send me these,
yeah, I will.
And I can prepare them and shit.
Yeah. This is the one that I'm remembering. Is that she got there and she just felt like so bad because the friends had like built it up towards each other.
Yeah.
That it was going to be this
Which
perfect
is also
match.
a huge mistake.
Right?
I feel like never build somebody up like that.
No, it just has to be like this.
The better thing would be like, say how horrible they are. And then
why would you
your
go
bar
out
is
with
so
them?
low. No, but like, you like say how horrible
our
they
hours are precious.
And then the bar is so low and you get there and you're like, wait, this guy's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. So that was not her experience. And I don't have it in front of me right now. So
we can do that next week. Yeah.
I'll get the other one to you next week.
Maybe ask them if we could like read it or something out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think like, people, the biggest mistake is to hype somebody up.
Totally.
Like that person is supposed to do that themselves in person.
Agree. Like just be like, I have somebody that you should meet. And we just got to keep things simple and to the point.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid. Have you ever heard that one?
Yeah. KISS.
Kiss.
Hurts my feelings every time.
Why?
That
Look at these earrings.
That's a Dwight Schrute reference.
Hurts my feelings every time.
Yeah, from The Office. Do you watch that show?
Of course.
Okay.
I wanted to be on that show.
Were you almost?
Well,
you were in LA at the time when it was
not
big.
almost, but I did get a first. I got a call for it, but
nice.
I didn't get. But
that was still cool.
Any bookings this week? I got a booking that I can't talk about.
Doing I'm an extra tomorrow for a commercial, I think.
Okay.
But then on Friday we start filming. Well, on Friday we have parkour training. But then Saturday we're filming for the next 6 weekends from Fridays to Mondays.
Yes.
Woo!
It's gonna be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for you.
I know. 20 days I have to film at least.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be a great experience. I also booked something, but I cannot talk about it.
Was it the thing that I had to bleep out 2 weeks ago?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm excited about that. And yeah. Bless you. Yay us. Keep
Thank
going
you.
for your dreams. Reach for the stars because someday you're going to grab one and put it in your pocket.
Woo! And keep writing in.
Shine bright.
That's so cool. We have our first people.
Yay.
Writing in.
And then we have another one.
You got to send me those.
We have another one.
Really?
On TikTok. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Okay, well, go look.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So, yeah, keep writing in. It's fun. We want you to interact with us. That's really what this is about. A lot of people are asking me what this is about.
Right.
And our title says it all. It's just babbling.
Yeah.
It's babbles.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want.
Right.
We're here to be your friend.
That's
We're here
why-
to fill your space. We're here for
Exactly.
you on your 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
While you're walking, you're like, I just can't handle being quiet.
Right. Which is totally fair.
Right? Like some people just need this. And
Well, and I'm happy to talk about anything.
I'm happy to talk about anything too. That's why you're
literally.
like, let's do this. And I agree.
Even my least favorite things in the world, like politics and... Actually, that's not true. I feel like my least favorite things in the world I like talking about the most.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
politics and religion.
because there's reason why they're your
Why,
least
I hate
favorite.
them so
So there's passion behind it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about religion next week.
We could. I have
your
so many
write-ins.
thing to say.
Oh, okay, let's talk about religion next
Woo!
week.
Okay.
So
Should I
that's a
put that in my
cliffhanger.
notes?
Yeah, that's a cliffhanger, everybody. We're going to talk about religion. Let's get into it. I've got a lot of experience with this one. Whoa.
Me too. Okay, you gotta
We
go.
have so much to talk about. Bye.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Bye.